Hello and welcome back. So today I have something I'm actually rather proud of. First off, you can see on the right hand side here that I was featured in Blade magazine. I got a full page because of the knife I made a while back that had loads of little pieces of raffia and it does all sorts of funky things in the color. Now I forgot to make a video about this, but there's a picture on my website and you can check it out there. Or you can check out my Blade magazine article, which is the last page of the, I gotta say this right, I think February edition of Blade. Am I saying that right? March, display until March. So yeah, it's the March 2020 edition of Blade magazine. So I was featured in that. I'm rather proud of that. So great was my surprise when I was once again contacted by Blade magazine a few months later. And they said they wanted to run another knife of mine, and you can see that here. And that was a more recent edition in Blade. This was the September 2020 edition, and they put a small feature of one of my knives here. They asked for a model name, and I on the spot dubbed it Proteus, which is like the first one. And instead of letting you read about it, I thought I'd show it to you. So here we go. This is Proteus, my Proteus Hunter. I went almost all out on the sheath. I did a very nice like weaving pattern stamp on the front in dual color, light brown and dark brown. And on the back and even on the strap, this is a right hand carry knife. I did some more of the same stamping that was used for the front. Sheath is lined in pigskin to protect the blade, the finish of the blade. Even the horizontal strap with the press button has been stamped because I figured, hey, if I do this right. And of course all the edges are nice and smooth and finished and it feels great. So now the knife itself. At first the blade doesn't seem very interesting, looks just very polished. It's not been extremely polished, but it gives a nice bit of a reflection. But when you look at it closely, you will see something that looks like a hamon or a hardening line. But it is not. It is not a hardening line. This is in fact a sanmai blade, which I forged into shape by hand. And because of that, the sanmai lines are all cool and funky. But the edge is all the core of the sanmai. You can see it on the back. You can see the line of the center. So if you were to etch this, the sides would stay light gray and the edge would turn dark gray. The guard is bronze. It has my copper-plated logo on it. The guard is bronze. After that comes a tag walnut, which is a vegetable ivory, which is like it's like a fruit, and when it dries up, it turns into something that ages and looks like and works like ivory, and it's cool stuff. But it always has some natural cracks in it. But I figured, who cares? It looks good, and then the cracks have all been filled with glue or something along those lines. Then comes some snake wood, some stabilized sycamore wood with spalting lines in them. Then more snake wood. Then an Australian hardwood. I keep forgetting the name of this stuff, but it's a nice hardwood burl. Very nice stuff. Then stabilized walnut. Another Australian burl. This is brown mallee. The other one I can't seem to remember. I don't know why, because I thought it has a funny name. A little bit more snake wood, some more spalted sycamore, and top it off with a piece of stabilized bog oak of, I don't know how many thousands of years old, but I believe it's more than 4,000 years old. And a simple mosaic pin at the butt. So this gives you a pretty solid knife that's fairly lightweight because the grind is nice and thin, but it has some cool features to it and it looks nice. I think they just like all the many different handle materials that I used in it. And most of these were leftovers from other scales that I'd made, and I think it's pretty stuff. I just think it looks cool. And I think I'll do some more of these with the stacked handles. In fact, I recently did another one that I showed a video about earlier already. So that's it. Hope you like it. By the way, anything that's in my possession is for sale pretty much. There's one or two exceptions, but not a lot. So have a great day and see you next time.